hey, hey you've stuck around. And I'm proud of you for sticking around. But you're one of the few that still has stuck around. But I think you're going to be rewarded here real soon. Hey, it's Chris the Batman Statue Collector. Welcome back once again to a car side chat. It's been just a minute since we've done one of these, but I want to talk to you today about my forecast, if you will. I'm not a meteorologist, but it's my forecast of what is going to be happening in the statue collecting world in the not so foreseeable future. Did I say that right? I'm not sure if I did. Anyway, it's been a long day. But anyway, I want to talk to you today about targeted collectors, okay? Targeted collectors. I personally believe long gone are the days where statue companies or collectible companies are targeting the everyday collector, okay? I think those days are over. And a way to tell that is just having a pulse in the community of kind of like what's going on, what we see with our own eyes, right? Obviously, the economy, pricing, shipping, those sort of things we've talked about a lot. But obviously what really stood out to me was when the company started not attending the Comic-Cons. I was just at New York this last week, and I was talking with Ant Adams from PCS, and obviously he is the creative director, owner of PCS, and had an interesting conversation with him about how I still applaud him for being ballsy enough to come to a convention and show off their product. Their location in New York was insane. They had this incredible booth right as people came in. You came up the escalator, thousands and thousands and thousands of people. The first thing they saw was this awesome PCS booth, right? And so all these people, and we've been saying it a lot on the channel because we don't always understand where the companies are coming from, but it's eyes on product. To me, that is priceless. All these casual people saying, "Woo, look at that thing." And even if they don't buy that thing, maybe, just maybe, it might put a little bug in their ear or their brain to say, "Hey, I really, what was that thing? I want to do some research on it. Where could I buy that thing? Maybe if I save up my money, I could get that thing. Or look how cool those turtles were." Whatever. Pure Arts was also there, had an amazing booth as well. Had a variety of masks, stands, movie stuff, the Batman stuff. They had what is it? I'm trying to think of the name. Pure Arts, Assassin's Creed. That's what I was trying to think of. Sorry, again, like I said, it's been a long day. It's been a long week, actually. Has it been a long week for you guys? I don't know. Anyway, I tip my hat to those companies because there were so many people just jam-packed all weekend long in that booth. Now, I was not there Sunday, so I can't verify that it was busy, but I'm sure it probably was because people are drawn to those things. At Disney, they're called weenies. The castle at the end of Main Street, the big tree at Animal Kingdom, those are called weenies. They are meant to draw you in, and that's exactly what these booths do. I think of like Queen Studio products at San Diego Comic-Con, like when they had the life-size bus. Like, people were taking pictures with them. It draws people in. Now, whether people buy or not, again, that is it's hard to say. We were trying to talk on Rogues Gallery the other day about how could they keep track of that? Like, how could Ant Adams keep track of if people that actually see the stuff at the booth end up buying? And I thought that maybe one idea was to give everybody like a $5 off coupon. If you go to the website and you buy something you saw here today, use the $5 off. If you have that coupon, maybe each code is unique or something, I don't know. But that would be a way to track to see if it was worth it. I don't know how much it cost for that booth. I would imagine it was very expensive. I can't even imagine. But obviously PCS felt it was worth it. Okay? But I think that at this point, they are the exception. I think that there are a lot of companies out there making really good products. I feel like there's been a lot more negativity toward the Asian side of things, like that side of the world, with some of those manufacturers because of the shipping costs. Like the prices, not only are the statues are a lot, but also the shipping's a lot. So I feel like where a lot of love has been lately, at least on this channel has been a lot of the U.S. companies. I think of PCS, I think of Pure Arts, I think of Sideshow, I think of Tweeterhead, and also like Iron Studios. Iron Studios is based in Brazil, I believe, and so I feel like it's just maybe a little easier to get that product here. Although I hear from overseas collectors all the time how hard it is to get certain products over there as well, where it's easy for us but really difficult for them. So everybody's story is different, right? Everybody's viewpoint's different on that. But what I really feel like, where we're at right now at the very tail end of 2024 is I feel like going forward, the companies are no longer going to target the average collector. I feel like at this point, the only people left are the old fogies like me, right? No, I'm just kidding. But it's like, the collectors that have been around for a while. I feel like that is who they're going to target. A perfect example of that is, look at Sideshow. Recently, they just revealed Riddler and Man-Bat, two amazing characters that people have been asking for a really long time. Almost everything was positive going around those comments. Some people didn't love Riddler's eyes or the skinned-up knees, but they liked it. They really like Man-Bat. I think that Sideshow and companies like Sideshow have figured out, okay, who is our target audience in 2024? It's the hardcore collectors. They're the ones that are still buying, where a lot of other people have dropped out. Now, that's not to say that new people haven't come on. I see new collectors all the time. And so me personally, I still think it's smart for companies like PCS to have a booth. I think it's smart to still try to rein in that new collector. Maybe they might not spend as much money as we did 5 years ago. But even if they buy one statue, isn't it worth it? And even if they buy that one statue and they're like, this thing's freaking awesome, maybe I want to save up for a second. To me, that's worth it. But I get it. I understand. Again, like Sideshow doing Sideshow Con, I understand why they don't want to be at the booth. I understand it saves them money. They don't have to pay their people to go out there, hotels, arrangements, the cost of the booth alone, the tens of thousands of dollars. I get it. It's way smarter on their part. But there is something to say about how tangible and how exciting it was to be at the PCS booth and the Pure Arts booth. You're around other collectors. You share that joy. You share that passion, which is why you're watching this, because you love being part of this community. Or you like just to hear, me ramble on. I don't know. But anyway, I really do feel like going forward, I just feel like the writing's on the wall. They're going to see less of the public-y stuff and more of the targeting the hardcore collector stuff. Because those are the people that continue to buy. Now, if those people quit buying, then the hobby's dead. And I sure hope that doesn't happen. Because there's so many talented artists. There's so many talented people that work for these companies. I want them to succeed. I've said that from day one. I'm happy for them. But I understand why they've had to pivot. It makes sense to me. After all, they are a business. They have to do what they have to do to survive. But I do really feel like going forward that they're going to be targeting the hardcore collector. I don't think they're going to go for the everyday collector anymore. I don't think they're going to do that, because I don't feel like that's their target audience anymore. So I personally think that they're going to start listening to fans more, tweaking things. Again, we've seen Sideshow do that. They've added extra portraits. They've tweaked things. They're listening to the hardcore collectors, the collectors that are in the Facebook groups and on Instagram, the ones that have been around for 10 years or 5 years or 6 years. They're listening, and I feel like they're also, and not just Sideshow, but other companies, Tweeterhead and everybody else, I feel like they're going to really bring out those characters that we've been asking for a long time. And again, Man-Bat, Riddler. Will they do a Clayface? Will they do a Ra's al Ghul? I think absolutely. They're going to start doing those characters. I think they're going to do it to give fans that fan service that they have been asking for a long time, because they now realize that those are the ones that are going to buy it. Their edition sizes might not be massive. Look at Batgirl. Batgirl sold very well for Sideshow. So I'm going to turn it over to you guys. Do you guys agree with me? Do you think I'm on to something here? Do you feel like they are going to only start targeting the hardcore collectors? Let me know your thoughts. And if you think I'm really wrong, let me know your thoughts down there too. I'd love to hear it. I'd love to debate you on it. Okay? Anyway, thank you for watching today. I hope you're all doing great. I just want to take a second to thank everybody again. You fill my heart up with your positivity and your comments. You fill my heart up at like New York Comic Con with 80 some people stopping me and saying hello and thanking me for being on YouTube, doing positive stuff on the YouTube. And it's just like, that stuff fulfills me so much. So thank you very much. It keeps me going. It keeps me grounded. And again, I really appreciate that. So continue to be good to yourself. Continue to be good to others. Continue to focus on your mental health, your joy. Find your joy. Life's short to not have the joy in your life, right? Absolutely. And so go forth. go forth, fellow collectors. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I've been rambling on too long. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you all have a great day. See you in the Batcave. Bye, everybody. Hey guys, thank you so very much for watching today, and if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button right here on the screen and check out these 2 awesome videos. I think you're going to love them. And also please join us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I would love to have you join in all the fun. Thank you guys so very much for watching. See you in the Batcave.